All right, let's talk about the absolute top-tier smartphones for 2025. This isn't just a comparison, it's a full-on title fight. We've got three major contenders, and each one has a completely different vision for what the ultimate phone should be. So let's see how they stack up. Picking a new flagship phone these days, it's not just about the spec sheet anymore. It's about picking the tool that perfectly fits into your life. And boy, this year, the top three are making that choice harder and way more interesting than ever before. And that really gets to the heart of this whole showdown, doesn't it? Are we looking at the absolute pinnacle of that familiar, perfected slab design? Or are we witnessing the dawn of a totally new era, led by these revolutionary folding phones?
Okay, so let's meet our fighters. First up, in the Champions Corner, we have the iPhone 17 Pro Max, the all-round champion. Then, we have the Galaxy Z Fold 7, a true multitasking powerhouse that unfolds into a tablet. And finally, stepping into the ring, the photographic challenger, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold.
Ding, ding. Let's get right into round one, design. This is where we see that fundamental battle line drawn, the classic, durable slab against the cutting-edge, flexible fold. And you can really see the two completely different philosophies at play here. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is all about perfecting what we already know and love, a new heat-forged aluminum body, super tough ceramic shield glass. It's familiar, but refined. But the Z Fold and Pixel Fold, they're betting on something else entirely, a device that literally transforms right in your hands.
And speaking of futuristic, just look at this number, 4.2 millimeters. That is how thin the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is when it's unfolded. It's just an incredible feat of engineering that makes this thing feel unbelievably sleek when you open it up. But what about toughness? This durability scorecard tells a fascinating story. The Galaxy Fold is impressively light, but its IP48 rating means it's only resistant to water, not dust, and that's a big deal. Now here's the real kicker. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold matches the iPhone's full IP68 rating for both dust and water resistance. That's a huge win for a foldable. So for the design verdict, there's no single winner. It really depends on what you prioritize. If you want that proven, rugged luxury, the iPhone takes the crown. For pure innovation and that mind-blowing pocket tablet feel, it has to be the Galaxy Fold 7. But if you want a foldable that doesn't compromise on durability, the Pixel Fold is your champion here. All right, on to round two, performance. And this year, it's not just about raw speed. It's a real battle between pure processing power and sophisticated, on-device artificial intelligence. Now, when it comes to just raw horsepower, the story is pretty clear. The iPhone's new A19 Pro chip is in a league of its own. I mean, just look at it. For pure processing and graphics performance, Apple still has a major lead, making the iPhone the fastest phone in this lineup, hands down. That means everything from editing 4K video to playing the most demanding games is going to feel incredibly smooth. But speed isn't the whole story, right? The software experience is just as important. You've got Apple's famously polished and stable iOS 19. Then there's Samsung's One UI 8, the undisputed king of foldable multitasking with features like Flex Mode. And finally, Google's Pixel UI, offering a super clean AI-first version of Android with exclusive features the others just don't have. And speaking of Google, here's a number that could be a knockout blow for long-term value. 7. That's how many years of OS and security updates Google now guarantees for the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. That is absolutely industry-leading longevity, matching or even beating what Apple offers. So our performance verdict is clear. The iPhone is the undisputed speed king. The Galaxy Fold 7 is the multitasking champion, built to juggle multiple apps on that giant screen. And the Pixel Fold, well, it claims the title of the smartest phone, using its AI chops for powerful features that the others just can't match. And now for what many people consider the main event. Round 3, the ultimate camera shootout. We're looking at 3 very different philosophies for how to capture that perfect photo or video. Let's just look at the hardware. Apple has made a massive leap, putting 48-megapixel sensors behind all 3 of its lenses. That's huge. Samsung is going for the big headline number with a massive 200-megapixel main sensor, and Google's Pixel is sticking with its proven formula, pairing a 48-megapixel main sensor with a powerful 5x optical zoom lens. While Samsung's main camera is a beast, its weakness gets called out right here. The Guardian notes its limited zoom camera as a key compromise. With only a 3x optical lens, it just can't keep up with the dedicated telephoto capabilities on the iPhone and the Pixel.
So for the camera verdict, it's a split decision. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is the best all-arounder. It delivers consistently great, true-to-life photos and the best video in the business. But for pure still photography, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold is a champion, using its computational magic to excel in tough lighting and offering incredible AI editing tools. The Galaxy has a great main camera, but it comes in third in this shootout because of that weaker zoom.
We're heading into the final round, the judges' scorecard. Here, we'll break down the practical stuff, battery life, price, and ultimately decide who each of these phones is the undisputed champion for. And the first thing the judges see is the price. And wow, this chart makes it painfully clear. The iPhone 17 Pro Max starts at around $1,200, while the Pixel and Galaxy foldables command a massive premium, starting at $1,800 and $2,000. You are paying a lot for that folding technology. And price and preference translate directly to market share. In the US, Apple is the dominant player, which means a massive ecosystem of apps and accessories. Samsung is a strong number 2, but Google's Pixel is still a niche challenger. This context is important for things like finding cases or getting carrier deals.
So let's break it down. Who is the iPhone 17 Pro Max for? It's for the person who wants the best all-around performance, the longest battery life, and a top-tier camera for both photos and video, all without paying that steep foldable tax. It's the dependable, powerful champion. Now, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is for a different kind of user. It's for the power user who craves ultimate multitasking on the go. You want a phone that is also a tablet. You value being on the cutting edge, and you're willing to pay for that wow factor.
And finally, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. This is for the photography enthusiast who refuses to compromise on camera quality just to get a foldable. It's for the person who loves Google's clean software, powerful AI features, and wants that unmatched 7-year update promise.
So in the end, we don't have one winner. We have 3. The all-rounder, the multitasker, and the photographer. Each one is a champion in its own right. So the only question left is, which champion will you choose?